Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading. This is your bonus September 2021 reading. We're going to see how you can get the most out of September. We're going to look at how you can get the most out of your September in general in this first row. We're just going to see whatever comes up. We're going to look at wealth in the second row, and we're going to look at love in the last row. But Leo, let's see what is going on for you at this time. I definitely feel like your wealth is in your health. You have this body and soul card in the area of your wealth, and you have the devil here as well. I've been getting this energy for a lot of people that, I mean, obviously if you don't feel good, if you're not feeling right, and, or if you're doing things in life that make you not feel good, then it could probably affect your wealth. Like I've said, like today, I've been saying the past couple days, I don't know what's going on. The pollen is off the charts, right? My allergies are driving me nuts. It's definitely harder to do readings, right? Can't even breathe. If I eat food that I'm not supposed to eat, same thing, right? Harder to do work. So I would just be careful of, anything toxic or try to eliminate those things. In your energy in general here, how to create just general abundance, you have this shining through card here. This is a card of like attention or things kind of standing out for you. You have the Empress as well, definitely like glow up vibes here, but I feel like the Empress is more talking about kind of like attention here. So, you could be, number one, getting a lot of attention and love. The Empress says you're very attractive at this time, but you could also be, this could also represent where your attention is. Like something could be very attractive to you, like an idea, and whatever the idea is could be very abundant, is what this is saying. So I would pay attention to anything that stands out to you at this time. I would also say make sure to do your research on anything that stands out to you. Again, we have Neptune and Pisces. I always talk about Neptune and Pisces, but to me, it's a dominant energy, and to me, it is also deception. But not only that, we can make things out to be more than they actually are. So we have to do our research. Neptune and Pisces says don't just buy into the fantasy. Make sure that there's actually a little bit of reality in something as well. So this goes for, get-rich-quick schemes, pretty much anything. I would avoid get-rich-quick schemes with Neptune and Pisces in general. Anything that claims to be quick, right? That doesn't mean you can't become successful quickly, by the way. It just means, be careful of anything that claims to make that happen. But what I would say here is do your research. It's definitely popping into my head. You have the Nine of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Cups here. I do feel for some of you there could be like a knight in shining armor type energy coming in for you with the Knight of Cups, and it could be a water sign. You have the Knight and you have this King of Cups here. So and you have the Lovers right next to it. So for those of you who are looking for love, this could be love coming in for you here. I would definitely, be careful of the whole devil thing here. Devil kind of goes both ways to me. Sometimes I think the devil can be really bad. Sometimes I think it can be, can just kind of be saying, make sure that you don't get into something that turns into something toxic, right? Make sure that the relationship doesn't become toxic. So if you're attracting love in your life, I would definitely say make sure to do that. I feel for some of you, this is kind of talking about comfort, which I always get for you, Leo. I mean, for whatever reason. Nine of Wands, like the Wounded Warrior to the Devil to the Page of Swords here. It's kind of like the Page of Swords is almost like, I feel, your answer to the devil. I feel like the Page of Swords is saying that if you want to escape somewhere where you are bound, where you are stuck, then you need to do your research. Page of Swords is about curiosity. Again, I feel like you could be becoming curious about things, like maybe your job sucks and maybe you become curious about another job, but that would require like maybe leaving a job that you've had for a long period of time, which could be uncomfortable, right? Because it's like you have the security. It's like, do you really want to leave it? But the Page of Swords says, study, learn, figure it out. King of Cups, Devil to the King of Pentacles here. Very similar. King of Pentacles is the way things have always been done. You always get the King of Pentacles, and I'm always talking to you about how the King of Pentacles is like a dinosaur. It's like the King of Pentacles stays stuck in the old ways, and it's about needing to do something new. The Knight of Cups is also like a dream. So I feel like some of you need to kind of start working towards like a dream, or maybe there's some sort of dream that you've had for a long time, and you need to start working towards it. With the Nine of Wands here, you have the Lady. This is the Ace of Spades. For some of you, definitely could just represent attracting any gender into your life. It doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to, even though that card is called the Lady. This is a general reading. So, that's what I'll say there. It is a card of existing problems being resolved. It is kind of like a second chance with that Nine of Wands. So if you're thinking about trying something, again, I would definitely, whatever it is, I would go for it. Could be a project, business, whatever. With the Knight of Cups, you have the House, the King of Hearts. This is like a card of love for sure. It could be someone you have a house with. It could be you moving and finding love as well. But for the most part, the house represents safety, security, comfort, protection to me. It represents being with a person who makes you feel those feelings, or, being in a situation that makes you feel those feelings. So I do feel like there could be like a very solid love connection coming in for you. And with the King of Cups, you have the Snake. The Snake is a card of seduction. So in a lot of ways, I do feel this first row could be talking about love and love coming in for you, but the Snake is kind of like, again, a card. It is a card called the Snake. It is a card of sneakiness and trickiness, and it is a card that says, be careful of anyone who, seems too good to be true, anyone who, can't back up their actions, or can't back up their words with actions, is what I was looking for. So, that's all. I would just, I got this kind of more like double checking energy off this first row. And again, this reading isn't meant to be negative or anything like that. This reading is how do you get the most out of the month of September. So I would just say that, if something stands out to you, that's a good thing, probably positive, but just look into it. Make sure it actually has legs. Make sure whatever stands out to you is actually going somewhere. If it's a relationship, make sure it's going somewhere. Again, I think that a lot of us, we could probably end relationships much, much sooner than we do, right? If we, because number one, I have found in my own experience that people, even people that have lied to me in relationships, they really didn't lie. They told me exactly what was going to happen right off the bat, right? If I just paid attention. Maybe they didn't say exactly what's going to happen, but they said things with their actions. They did say things with their words that I chose to ignore, right? So I feel like some of you, it's like you could be encountering a situation like that where someone tells you something. It's like maybe they're going to cheat on you in the future. Maybe they don't say, hey, I'm going to cheat on you, but maybe their actions are like, cheaters do that, right? Pay attention to that. Is what I'm trying to say, because you could end something here, I feel, before it becomes something that, much worse. But it might not even be that. It's like maybe you want children and a person you're with doesn't. It's like you should cut that off right away, because it's like you're not, especially if you want to get married. If you don't want to get married, fine. But, if you want to get married and have children and that person doesn't have those goals, you should probably leave. That could be vice versa as well. Maybe they don't want children or maybe you don't want children and they do, right? I kind of get that popping into my head where I feel like as long as you're clear with intentions up front, then things will be fine for you here, Leo. Looks really good. Next, you have in the area of wealth, you have the body and soul. Obviously, our wealth is in our health, as so many people say. So I would be healthy at this time. I would try to be as healthy as possible. This could be mentally healthy as well. It could be being very careful with what you put in your head, being careful with your spiritual health as well. So that's what I'll say there. You have the Ten of Cups, the Devil, and the Lovers here. I do feel for some of you, there could be a Gemini coming in for you. I'm also getting Capricorn vibes here as well. Some of you could be attracting someone who has like a lot of Capricorn in their chart, or they could just be a Capricorn. And I feel like it would lead to happily ever after with the Ten of Cups. So I like to see that. Again, this is the area of wealth. So even though there are love cards here, I just told you what the love stuff is, but as far as wealth is concerned, the Ten of Cups could say that, there are a lot of benefits coming from family or being with your family or, even having a family. There could be a lot of benefits. Sometimes I think that's true. Like I've met people where it's like they weren't very successful and then they have a family and it kind of like motivates them to be very successful. They're like, holy crap, I got like little humans that I have to take care of. I better start making money, right? And I'm not saying money is important and all this other stuff, but it is. Number one. But what I would say is that, it's kind of like motivational. So I feel that for some of you with the Ten of Cups. The Devil here, I just feel some of you feel almost like something is kind of like more stealing your soul here. I know that sounds dark, but again, we're all about solutions here. We're not just going to say, oh, it's stealing your soul. So, the Devil kind of represents something that could be like an energy vampire. For some of you, I feel this is like your what you do for work currently. For some of you, I don't think it's that dramatic. For some of you, I feel like it's just like there's like one little piece of what you do that maybe you're not in love with, right? Maybe there's just like one little piece of what you do that kind of steals your soul here, but you feel kind of bound to it. For some of you, I feel this is like something maybe money-wise. Like sometimes I think maybe we have a business and maybe there's like a part of the business that makes us the most money, but we actually don't want to do it. So for some of you, it's kind of like you're trying to find a workaround. I do feel that for some of you. For others, I feel like it's just work in general. And the Lover says you're at a crossroads. And it also says picking the new path will lead to the most success. You have this side here, the tree is like alive. This side here, the tree is burning down. So I feel like you need to move towards the new path, start something new, and that will probably lead to a lot more success. I would say, and by the way, like if you have a business, this doesn't necessarily mean you have to like start a whole new business. It could just mean you're trying something new, like trying new marketing techniques or, trying new products or something like that. With the Ten of Cups here, you have the key. The key basically says you have the keys necessary to open doors. I actually love the key in a wealth row because the key also represents wealth. It's a card of abundance, and I do feel there is a lot of abundance that will be coming in for you with that key card, so definitely a good card for you. With the Devil, you have the Scythe. Yep, needing to cut this out, whatever this is. Again, for some of you, I feel like it's almost like I see this as there could be like some sort of activity that you do to increase your wealth or to increase your finances, but you don't like it, or there's something about it that you want to get rid of. So the Scythe is about cutting things out. It is also a card of a harvest. So I feel like some of you need to realize that a sacrifice is actually going to create more abundance. It's not going to create less abundance in your life. With the Lovers, you have the King of Diamonds, a harvest. The King of Diamonds is called the fish. Fish are considered to be symbols of wealth. They're considered to be symbols of luck and also more abundance in your life. So I do feel like there is more abundance coming in for you. For some of you, if you're doing something you don't like, I feel like you could be experiencing physical symptoms, literally. It's like you could be expressing your displeasure with what you do for work or what you do to make money, and it could be coming out physically with the Devil. So again, I would be very careful. I'm not a doctor. Do not take this as medical advice, but with that Body and Soul card, I would definitely be careful to pay attention to your health, and I would also pay attention to make sure that you're kind of, if you're feeling weird, if you go and do something for work, for example, and it always makes you feel tired, it's probably energetically off. So I would pay attention to the resistance. I feel like that will increase your abundance here. Next, in the area of love, you have the Ears Wide Open card. Exactly like I said. I mean, this card says listen. And again, I feel for some of you who are not currently in a relationship, that you could be meeting people, not just this month either. I feel like over the next few months, like between now and the end of the year, you could be meeting people, and I feel like they're telling you exactly what they're going to do. They are like literally saying it without maybe not directly saying it. Again, maybe somebody cheated on you in the past and they said things to you. Maybe this new person says exactly those same things. Cut it off. Maybe this person is saying, I don't want children, and you do. And, cut it off. I feel like you cannot change people. People, I mean, I can't even tell you how many times, like, I'm passionate about this because I've done so many readings since I've had this channel for over 6 years now, where I've, like, read for people who are, like, that made a mistake, that, like, married a person thinking they would change and want to have children when they said they didn't want children in the first place. So, I always tell people, it's like, we cannot change people. we just can't, right? So I would be very careful. I would pay attention and things like that as well. I think it's very dangerous as well. I mean, I get a lot of comments from people when I say these things. They're like, how dare you say that you should leave someone if they don't want to have children? They might change their mind. They might, but, to me, it's a very dangerous statement. It's like there are exceptions and there are rules. To me, if you meet a person and they end up changing their mind in a few years and they want to have children, that is the exception, not the rule, right? I've just read for too many people that have been in a situation like this. There are plenty of people that want to have children. You don't have to settle for one person that doesn't want to have children, right? And you cannot make someone want to have children or something like that. I feel like that's important for some of you. For others, again, I feel like there are certain things that you're noticing here, and I would pay attention to those things in love, because I feel like you're going to, somebody's going to say exactly what they want. This is a good thing as well, Leo. It's like you could be with a person who's like, I want to be married. I want to do, or I want what you want, right? And I feel like this is saying, pay attention to that because they mean it. You have the King of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Page of Swords here. This is why I'm saying children. Again, it's obviously not going to be true for all of you, but Empress, Page of Swords, child, literally. So I feel for some of you that there could be, somebody wants children here, is the best way to say it. For others, very attractive at this time, and I feel like you could be attracting a permanent relationship. I do like the King of Pentacles in love, because the King of Pentacles is someone who wants something permanently, who wants to be in something forever, basically. So I feel like you could be attracting a very strong relationship into your life. The Page of Swords is going this way. He's aiming towards this fish card. The fish and the Lovers, actually. The fish is your soulmate, and so it can represent a soulmate coming in for you. It could be any sign, by the way, with that card. You have the lady. You had this deck here has two versions of the lady and the man. The Ace of Spades. You have the Ace of Spades over here. You have it right here with this King of Pentacles. I'm gonna pull another card and the Six of Hearts. Crazy. I think like 10 signs. I only have one more of these readings to do. So I cannot even tell you how many signs have had the star in exactly the same position. This top corner. Crazy. So the star is a turnaround. It can also represent a soulmate coming in for you. So I do feel like there's true love coming in for you here. With the Empress, you have the man right here. So divine counterparts, lady and the man. It doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. It doesn't matter if you're attracted to the same gender. It's just divine counterparts right here. So I do feel for a lot of you, there's like a divine counterpart coming in for you with these two cards showing up. Love it. Amazing. And I feel like, again, this person's going to be very direct, straightforward. And again, I feel like they want the same thing you want, which is important for whatever reason in this reading. With the Page of Swords, you have the Coffin. The Coffin is a new life. Again, I feel like for some of you, if you're single, that you will be attracting this person through some sort of change with the Coffin card. The coffin door is always closed. It kind of represents the fact that you're inside the coffin. You have to open the coffin door to get whatever it is that you desire. So for those of you who are looking for love, I would open the coffin door basically, and I would get out there and try to find love. Or again, it could kind of be a clue that if you're hoping for love, that you will be finding love through, making a change, like maybe changing businesses or changing jobs, moving, pretty much any type of change really. But I do feel like I also feel the thing with the coffin as well is it can represent a significant change like in your love life. You could be experiencing love on a whole new level, and that would be very positive. So this is a pretty good reading. Again, I would say pay attention to everything at this time. Stay healthy. That's going to be your best bet, but looks pretty good. So thank you for being here, Leo. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, Leo, and definitely enjoy your month.